Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
It took a little while for me to figure out that I had emotional damage. It took even longer for me to come to terms that I had emotional damage, which stems from my childhood. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved both of my parents, but I wasn't close to either one of them. Now, clearly, this was never their intentions, but I experienced a form of trauma. I should explain the sort of trauma that I experienced. Now, I don't know if this is an Afro-Caribbean problem, old school Afro-Caribbean problem, or whether this was exclusively with my parents, because they couldn't distinguish the difference between having an opinion and back chat. Let me take you back to the late 70s when I was a teenager, pre-mobile phone era. Now, I was on the phone to my friend, and I must have done something that pissed my dad off, because he came out of the kitchen and he's telling me off, having a go at me while I'm on the phone to my schoolmate. And in my head, I think to myself, well, I can't even express myself to my father in a polite way by saying, oh, well Dad, could you give me a minute, because I'm talking to my friend. I can't talk to two people at the same time. If I had said that in that manner, in that tone, it would have been World War III. I wouldn't have been in a war. I wouldn't have been attacking him. But the onslaught that I would have received from that reaction. But what I really was thinking, can't you see I'm on the phone? I can't have a conversation with two people, you fucking thick cunts. And this was just one of many situations where I had to keep a lot of pent-up emotion inside of me, which had a negative effect in years to come. So much so, it created a prejudice problem that affected my dating life, which I speak about in my audiobook. Not only do I speak about this, but I make an apology to those who's on the receiving end of that horrible prejudice problem I had as a teenager. If you met the young Ron Sampson, in terms of my prejudice problem, I was not a nice person in terms of the things that I thought. And as a result, the relationship I have with my children compared to the relationship I had with my parents, difference is like night and day. I encourage all of my children, to express themselves. You know, I make it very clear that it's very important to me that if I ever piss them off, they must tell me, irrespective of the tone it comes out. You know, whenever my daughter, very rarely when I have pissed off my daughter and the dust is settled, I said to her, you know, Sharon, I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy that you are able to express yourself to me. It means so much to me. I'm getting a little bit emotional as I'm speaking, sorry.